This video is going to be a little bit different. I feel like I have been posting daily and sharing some pretty useful tips if you listen through and don't mind that I'm still learning how to talk on camera. But I realize that you guys have all 23 of my followers are just interested to know what my day-to-day life is looking like, what I'm actually doing. And so I thought, what better time to explain than today? So I'm showing you exactly my current setup right now. So I am literally lying on my couch, all curled up, posture improper, little pimple patch right here. And I am doing cold outreach right now. I'm starting a little business venture. I won't say exactly what it is yet, but I'm trying to offer some services. And I am literally hunched over on my couch, reaching out to different people that I think could either be a good fit or might know somebody who could be a good fit. I'm targeting a pretty unique angle, and I'm not going to mention it just yet until I get some feedback and some replies back to see if it was an effective way to approach it. But I'm just basically targeting some small businesses and seeing where this goes. And that's the reality of what it is. This morning I woke up, went for a walk, made some food. I rearranged my living room a little bit because I'm that type of person that needs to change how my furniture and where it's located every few months, and saw my parents for a little bit, which was very sweet. And then I got to work and I started, yes, on a computer, and I'll show you guys even, on my little setup. I have a little setup right here where I was planning to do some notes, actually do some proper work, but instead I ended up on my favorite place on this comfy couch, and I decided to just work from my home because, let's be honest, a lot of times we like to be comfortable and our phone is right there. It's the most convenient tool, and most of businesses are running off phones anyways. So it is the future, being on the go and being able to operate. So that's what I'm doing today. Pretty low key. My plan for after is I will be seeing my man a bit later, which will be nice. But before I go to bed, I have to do, oh, I guess I am doing this video. That's so funny. I'm literally recording, not realizing that this is the video I'm going to post for daily. I was just going to say I have to come back and make plans to, to record this daily video. This is literally how my mind's working. I'm like, okay, I need to set some time aside, think of a plan, record it, and keep going. I did look at some other content creators and stuff, and I realized that definitely I am not anyone fancy. I do not have that system down. I mean, some of these guys, they're showing their days, they're going and taking us along the journey, but do you realize how much editing that is? Who has time for that? I am literally taking a month off work, and I am struggling to keep up because even today, I guess now that this video is going to be over and I'll have that out of the way, I will still be I recorded a bunch of shorts, which I do have, more proper lighting. I do, set everything up. I have a specific script I follow, and then I edit out all of the, ums and pauses and mistakes, and I fix the lighting. I add a little filter on so that my skin looks beautiful, because I just want to look good like everybody else. I'm just human, and that is gonna take up probably a few hours tonight, just doing that, these 30-second clips, and I'm gonna have to get through them. I took a little bit of a pause from doing that. I felt like if I kept pushing my social media, I would burn out. And I'm glad that I have been doing bare minimum for the past few days. I put some of those editing on pause. I've been using existing videos that I have made over the past few weeks because I felt like every time I record something, I try and make 3 to 5 videos. Try and edit those videos, and then it basically gives me some room to, if I need to take a break, I can, because I can post these videos for the next few days. So that's what I've been doing. I've been just using kind of old content. Some of it has been working, some of it has not been as effective, and that is totally fine. But what I did is it gave me some breather room to focus on these other projects and not feel like I'm behind in them, and to give myself a breather from social media. I'm not somebody who is like consistent all the time. I definitely have waves of up and down where I don't want to do stuff, and also realizing how much work this is was definitely a reality check. So yeah, so making super crazy content, showing you guys all of this, that's like next level. We are not there yet, even though I have free time for this, like that is just not on the agenda right now, and that's okay. That is reality. But it did give me some inspiration. It gave me some understanding of like what I can aim for if I keep this up. And I'm sure that as I do this more often and more consistent, things are gonna get a lot easier. The hooks are gonna come more naturally. The information I share and editing is gonna become also easier. And hopefully with that, I can start adding the complexity. The day before, I think it was day 9, I made a video more with a little bit of editing and a more concrete script. I talked about the emotional cycles of change and what it's like to start a new project, and what to expect through how your emotions are going to feel throughout it, and what to do and what not to do specifically, so that you don't fail this task and you actually keep going and become successful at it. Very simple stuff. You think it's basics, but we forget about it when we're in the moment and in that emotional turmoil. So that's the video for today. This is what life looks like. This is my working situation. A lot of it is just screen time. A lot of it is sometimes being lazy. I'm still feeling a little lazy today, but if you remember my last video yesterday, I was not in the mood at all for social media, but I still pushed through. I put something out, and today already I feel a little bit better. I'm not 100% back, especially since I just got like slapped in the face with how good content can be, and I'm like, fuck, do I even want to like go down that way? And I decided, okay, before I even consider that, I need to keep building that momentum, keep being consistent, and just find a routine that is sustainable for myself. So that's what we're doing. And now that I'm also trying to do some cold outreach for new contacts and seeing if that's going to go anywhere, I also was doing, and I'm doing, I guess, this little birthday PR challenge. So very similar to the rejection challenge, if you've heard, where you put yourself out there in hopes to be rejected to kind of teach yourself something. So I made a birthday edition out of that. So I reached out to some brands. I would say 99% of them replied back with no. I've learned some stuff. I actually planned out my trip. I ended up, I thought I was gonna have this whole trip paid for and it'll be so awesome. Yeah, that did not happen, guys. Like that, at least, I mean, maybe I'm doing something wrong, but hey, that's what I'm doing is all I can do. I'm doing my best here. So there was a lot of time dedicated to that. Once again, I can now put it more on break. I kind of have the main logistics figured out, and I still have certain brands to reach out to, certain things to do, but I'm just fitting it in as I can, because, I am human. I need time to do things. I need time for breaks. I need time to socialize, and I'm just the main goal is to remain consistent in everything that I'm doing, whether I'm doing a big job or a small job, and make sure that I don't burn out, and also make sure that I don't become lazy and stop doing anything. So we're just trying to do something every day, and hopefully it's going to pay off. I definitely thought this January, I don't know what I had in mind when I was gonna do this. I thought I'd come out of this, like, I was like, I need this time. I need this time so that I can, successfully execute all these things that I wanted to. And what I'm realizing is, like, I don't know, like, it's not as glamorous as I thought it would be. It's not going as quickly as I thought it would be. And it looks like I could potentially maintain it in my 9 to 5. I mean, it would probably slow down even more. Like, I wouldn't be able to tackle as much. But if I'm looking at my day, like, it gets filled up with other stuff too. And otherwise it'd be work, but like manageable. So that makes me feel good that, like, hey, I can. It makes me feel bad, like, as in, why didn't I start just sooner? But when I did just work my 9 to 5, but it didn't feel like it's realistic to do that. And now I'm starting to realize that, once again, as long as you're doing something, you're still moving forward. So going back to work in a few weeks, I will be like, okay, this is manageable. I mean, at least from what I remember, it depends, of course, how busy work is. And sometimes it's just, I feel like when you're running a 9 to 5, you have a lot less time, right? And then on top of that, you're also like, if work gets busy, your energy levels like too are like between like errands, family, friends, you know, social activities and work, you're just more likely to take bigger pauses. So instead of being like consistent throughout, like going to the gym like every other day, instead of doing that, like what ends up happening is you're just gonna like go to the gym for a week, and then life like completely goes to shit, and you end up then stopping gym for like 2 weeks, and then you try and get back into it. And I feel like that's kind of the issue with when you have a full-time job. It's because it's consuming so much of your time already, it's just something extra adds on, and you have to pause all of these other things. Whereas right now I have the flexibility to do a little bit every day, even though I don't think it's as like insanely productive as I was imagining it's going to be, but we're still doing this. So I'll keep you guys posted. This is the video for today. Let me know what you think of this format, this like more informal, fun format. If you guys want me to stick to this, kind of to show how realistically things are looking on the side without me really, you know, setting up the lighting and setting up the cameras, or would you like, do you like those informative videos, or is it a mix? I would love to hear your comments.